Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 87 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery, a bicycle trip across America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So I'm here at the Barham House, this nice 2-story house, all to myself, here in Ash Grove, Missouri. And super peaceful night. The train went by maybe twice, just enough for me to be like, nope, not waking up for this one. And very comfortable. They have AC, they have heaters. So I had the AC on all evening, and then about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got up and turned the heater on just a little bit. As it was getting cold. When I got up this morning, it's super foggy outside. It's 9:30 and it's still foggy. I'm hesitant on leaving because one thing about Missouri is that when I came into Missouri, the roads started becoming, 2-lane roads with the rumble strip all the way to the scrub, all the way across the white line and into the road. So you have to cycle in the actual physical car lane. And so just don't want to do that in the fog. I hope there aren't many more foggy mornings like this, but I'm sure this is the time of the year where I'm going to run into that. So one thing about the service last night at the church, the young man who preached, I found out in talking with the guys in the program that not only did he, is he learning to preach and wanting to be a preacher, he volunteered himself for the year-long program. Hasn't ever had a problem with drugs or alcohol, but wanted to really know what the guys in the program are going through and live with them and be with them in the program. And that is so cool to me. So, I'm going to go hopefully to, I think it's called Marshfield or Marshville. I'm not sure if I can make it that far. That's 47 miles. And with it being uphill, downhill, that's essentially 23 miles of an uphill climb for my day-to-day. Granted, there will be flat portions, but it seems like it never stops in Missouri. But ain't no hill for a climber, like they say. So, with all that being said, I've got everything packed up, went ahead and got my old shower. Took a shower last night and a shower this morning. I'm going to go ahead and get on the road, try and find some food, and then start pedaling my way across Missouri again. So you'll see more of that right about now. All right, so I was on my way to City Hall, which is right across the street here, to take the key back for the mansion last night, and I stopped in here to this Queen Bee Floral to see if they had any postcards. Each state, I send my wife and kids home individual postcards from the state I'm in. And so I stopped in and asked, and we got into a conversation. Judy and Terry own the place. And so as we were talking, I found out that Terry is a redeemed alcoholic. And so he makes these crosses and gives them out. He said he's given about 350 of these away, and it's the wood from an old barn that was on their property. And then he makes some smaller ones for kids, and they've given about 250 of those away. But as we talked, he read the sticker, gave me $20. Thank you so much, guys. And told me a great place to go eat some breakfast. So that's where I'm headed now. I love you guys. I'll see you later. All right, so I made it to Walnut Grove, which is like, I don't know, 8 miles from where I started this morning, and it's 3:45. I have literally climbed up hills, got to the top, sat down, and just panted. Sat in the shade. You know, I know with all the social and political things we've got going on right now, there is definitely somebody who needs to be tried for attempted murder. And that would be the Missouri Road Planning Commission. Somebody needs to round all those folks up and ask them if they've ever heard of people bicycling across the United States through their state. Because this is ridiculous. You know, I think I might even run like on a 2024 presidential campaign. Make America flat again. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Anyway, another strange thing is the weather. So this morning it was super foggy. I went there to the City Hall, turned the key in, talked to Judy and Terry at the flower shop, and they prayed for me there too, which was awesome. That's one of like 4 or 5 times on the whole trip that somebody stopped to pray with me, which was really nice. And then I went over and ate breakfast at Maple Lane, and it was amazing too. And then kind of got on the road about 11, and when I got on the road, it had just gotten like where it was not cold enough to ride, but every time I'd go up a hill I would sweat in the sunlight, and then when I would coast down I would freeze, like shivering cold. And so finally it got to the point to where it was so hot during the middle of the day that I was like, well, I've got to stop and take a break anyway, because it was just too hot to be doing it all. So yeah, that's kind of been my whole morning so far. The good news is that since it's 3:45, it's cooled down enough now to where I can make these last miles, 8 miles an hour or whatever I need to do, to go ahead and get the rest of my miles for the day. And I'll stop in Fairgrove. It looks like there's a historical society building or something there that I can stay at. So anyway, I've got to get pedaling. You guys will see more of that right about now. Alright, so I figured I'd throw this little clip in here just so you can kind of see some of what I'm dealing with on the Trans-America Trail in Missouri. First of all, note there are no bike lanes, and no, they're not like Kansas. They don't usually go all the way around. But every time you come over one of these things, we'll call it a hill for lack of better terminology, you run into a situation like this, where you can see the next ridge in front of you, but you build up some pretty good speed to at least try and attack it with, I guess. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear any of this because of the wind, but I'm not gonna speed it up. And I got a 1-lane bridge. Nice little 1-lane bridge coming up.
bit of fun, really, whenever you've got momentum. It's when you don't have momentum and you've got to come up, like, say, the next ridge. That's where the rubber really meets the road, because then I'm going, you know, 1 mile an hour. Now I'm going faster than that, but this is just totally different terrain than anything I have understood is even possible, with the amount of ups and downs that there are on these roads in Missouri. I can't say I don't like it. I know there were several times that I was praying on some of, like, the 6-mile climbs. I remember especially on Chief Joseph Pass, asking God, you know, when is this gonna stop? Because I would have to go up, climb up, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 feet of elevation non-stop, no change in you know, the grade. And so this has been a lot of an answer to that prayer, because now each time I get to the bottom, I mean to the top of a hill, then what I end up with is a nice cruise down. The only problem is, like I said, in the mornings when it was cold, or in the mornings when it's been cold, if you've ever rode a motorcycle, then you know when you dip down into a valley how cold it gets, even if you got gear on. And it's kind of the same thing on the bike, except imagine sweating inside all that gear and how much colder you would get. I'm gonna have to figure out something to be able to attack more miles each day, because while I'm going fast on the downhills, the uphills are always this. Just lowest gear and working it all out. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there for you. I love you guys. I'll see you later. All right, so I made it to Fair Grove. I've got my things laid out here. This is where I'll be camping tonight. So yeah, under a pavilion. It's like a farmer's market. They've even got like lines for the booths laid out on the ground. So Missouri just got beautiful real fast.
all the tree colors are starting to change. I'm seeing some yellows, some oranges, some reds, not much. But man, these hills are just gorgeous now. It's kind of worth the work. I'm glad I'm here at this time of year to be able to see it. But anyway, it's pretty late. I got here well after dark again, so with that being said, I'll end the video here. If you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me on Facebook, Adam Lineberry, Mobile, Alabama, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who is actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction, and let's use YouTube as a tool to hopefully save a life. If you know anyone who's in recovery, share this with them. We're all in it together, and I definitely need the recovery community's prayers and support as much as I pray for and support the recovery community. And then last but not least, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I'll leave a donation link in the description. Just click the down arrow and you can find it. You can go there and donate one time. You can donate monthly. It's whatever the Lord puts on your heart. And if He puts it on your heart just to pray, then just pray. Prayer has got me to Fairgrove, Missouri. So neat how just, every 4 days, really, the whole entire scenery I'm riding through completely changes. It went from pastures and prairies to just, softwood forested hills, mountains, really. But, yeah, I'm loving it. I really am. This is pretty neat. But from here in Fairgrove, Missouri, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.